Kristen with Nerdette's Newsstand, and as promised, we are going to talk about the 8th day in the Johnny Depp vs. The Sun trial. Today is Thursday, July 16th, and I want to first off give a huge thank you to Nick Wallace, who does a fantastic job of live tweeting this. So, I had to go through a lot today. I had to go through witness statements and all of Nick's tweets, but it is all worth it. So first off, I want to talk about what went on today. Vanessa Paradis and Winona Ryder will not and did not testify today. They did enter their witness statements into evidence, but the judge felt it was unneeded because of Johnny Depp's assertion that he never hit a woman. And I am going to go over what was said in the statements at the end of the video. But we did have two witnesses today. We had Sean Bett, who is the head of security for Johnny, and Sterling Jenkins, who worked for Johnny Depp for 27 years. Now, first witness that we had was Sean Bett, and he worked in the LA County Sheriff's Department in the 90s, and now he is the head of security for Johnny. He has worked for Johnny for 14 years. He also is one of Johnny's drivers. He drives him around where he needs to go. So Sean said that he saw Amber drinking on many, many occasions and starting fights on many, many occasions. He often would have to take her home because of how often she started these arguments. He also said he had to drive Johnny Depp away from Amber Heard on an incident we've talked about many times in April 2015 on her 30th birthday. Yeah, the infamous poop gate, right? So he had to drive Johnny away from that party, and Johnny told Sean that Amber had punched him hard enough and enough times to sustain multiple injuries, which he did take pictures of. Now, let's talk about Sasha Wass a little bit. She accused Sean of faking photographic evidence because there was a mix-up in photos. Now, I am going to show you the ones that were submitted, but these were from December, and they did not have the ones from April, unfortunately so. But she, Sasha said that this was, some kind of plot to help Johnny and stuff. And of course it wasn't, but it was just a mix up with the lawyers team. So he also stated he never saw Johnny Depp be violent ever, and is with them, 5 to 7 days a week. So he was there frequently. He did see Johnny with bruises in December of 2015, and that's the photos I'm showing you right now. And then again before that in March of 2015, and was told by Johnny that Amber had slapped him around in the face, and this happened, more than one occasion. So the next witness that we're going to have is Sterling Jenkins, and this is coming from a video link that was set up in LA for this, and he worked for Johnny for 27 years. Now we are going again. This incident is never going away, I swear. I don't know how many times I can say poopgate. But Amber's 30th birthday. And the next morning, Sterling is trying to find Johnny Depp's phone, and then had to drive Amber to Coachella. And if you remember correctly, she accused him of, beating her. But, the next morning she had to get to Coachella. Totally makes sense. And then she got blackout drunk and started vomiting in the parking lot. Again, we're going to go back to Sasha Wass. She again tried to say that the witness was lying, and it wasn't Amber that was puking, it was Whitney. And that, Sterling could just not tell the difference between the two. They look completely different. That is absolutely ridiculous to say. And also said, that at that morning, Amber had no marks on her after all the claims she put in. So, oddly enough, Sterling also said, when in his witness statement specifically, when he was looking for Johnny Depp's phone, it took him 3.5 hours because that night Amber had thrown a temper tantrum and slugged it off the balcony while acting like a child. She threw his phone. Well, he had to pay a homeless person $425, 3 chicken tacos, 2 bags of chips, 2 apples, and 4 bottles of water in order for the homeless man to give the phone back. But at least they got it. That would have been absolutely terrible. But yeah, just to sling it off of the balcony because you're mad is ridiculous. He also said that in his witness statement, again, he never saw Johnny be violent, often saw Amber throw bottles, glass, and other objects and be verbally abusive towards Johnny. Now, that there really wasn't a whole lot today. So I do want to talk a little bit about the witness statements that Wynonna and Vanessa did submit. And I think it says a lot, right? Because they were, huge in his life. And some of the main women over the last few years. So Wynonna did come out and say she was absolutely shocked and upset by the allegations against them. She also said that the idea that he is an incredibly violent person is the farthest thing from Johnny she ever knew and loved. She went on to say, I cannot wrap my head around these accusations. He was never violent towards me. He was never abusive at all towards me. He was never been violent or abusive towards anybody she has ever seen. And, she said, I truly and honestly don't only know him as a really good man. And that's kind of what we've been getting from everybody. He's saying he's soft-spoken, he's, extra kind, extra generous, these kinds of things. Incredibly loving, extremely caring guy who was so very protective of me and the people that he loves, and I felt very, very safe with him. That is incredible. I love that protection. I do not want to call anyone a liar, but from my experience of Johnny, it is impossible to believe that such horrific allegations are true. I find it extremely upsetting knowing him as I do. And, she dated him for longer than Amber did. And I'm not saying, he wasn't a different person then, but I'm saying you can't have everybody in court saying he is this great man, this decent man, he never was violent, and one person saying he was. Like, if you run into everybody in your day and every single one of them you think are assholes, you might want to look in the mirror. You're probably the asshole. And the asshole in this situation is Amber. So let's talk about Vanessa. She said he was kind, attentive, generous, and non-violent person and father. On movie sets, the actor, director, and entire crew adore him because he is humble and respectful to everyone, as well as he's been one of the best actors we've seen. And I completely agree with that. And she said, through all these years, I've known Johnny to be kind, attentive, generous, and non-violent person and father. I already read that. I apologize. I double did that. It's my notes. I've got notes upon notes. But even so, unfortunately, they won't be there. The judge, deemed it not needed. But their witness statements say a lot. Their witness statements are great for character witnesses, and I really think it's good that they still submitted them into evidence. I think it's a shame they couldn't be there, but this is already getting behind, right? There is already, days past that should be Amber should be going tomorrow on trial, but she's not going to. It has been rescheduled for her days for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, along with Whitney next Friday and Raquel Pennington next Thursday. So those ought to be interesting. As far as tomorrow goes, we've got Isaac Brock, Travis McGivern, Laura Diverne, and Catherine Kendall. I am not good with names. I apologize. So it should be interesting. But these witness statements from Wynonna and Vanessa are absolutely essential. I just can't believe the things that this woman does. How can it get worse at this point? Like, it can't. So, anyways, let me know, of course, what you guys think about what was said, what happened today. Like I said, it was a little bit of a more softer day compared to yesterday. Was absolutely insane. So, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon and subscribe stars. You guys literally make this channel possible. Huge thank you to Cage the Mick, Robert Mick Twiz, Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris Z, David L, David Rafford, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Mighty Balls, Mike Buckner, Maizen Barbosa, Ruskar, Ryan Decker, Robert Hoffman, and Doc Holliday. You guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget on the way out to like as always if you enjoy the content and hit subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.